Alright, we're here at 7 o'clock in the freaking morning on the final day. They're doing a... well, we're not entirely sure what they're doing. They're doing a shoot that was like the immersion thing last year. And there's a bunch of people lined up. But we're not entirely sure what they're going to be doing. You can see people getting ready out there. There's Matt. They're gonna be using the whole street, it seems. Not entirely sure what though. Gavin in the background talking. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what the comes to. From what I can see, a lot of people that's the front of the line have water balloons. So it might just be, you know, a giant water balloon fight. Again, not entirely sure. Seems this whole line wraps all the way around the building, so people up front must be pretty excited that they got here super early. As you can see, some people must have been up here at the butt crack of dawn because they're sleeping very comfortably, it might seem. Yeah, as you can see, they're distributing water balloons. Probably one of the funner jobs of being a guardian. I'm sure they're trying. I'm sure they really want to just start throwing it at us. But again, we'll see where this goes. A lot of water balloons. Definitely a lot. Probably more people though than there are water balloons. And again, there we have everybody getting set up. One way of us to be wondering what they're going to be doing.
Hey man, they said if you're not a part of the caster crew, we gotta get y'all either inside or
okay, no problem.
In line.
One last quick shot before I completely get kicked out. Still super curious what they're gonna do, but we'll find out soon enough. Possible this could be a slow-mo thing. There's a bunch of water balloons, so maybe there's slow-mo water balloon throwing or something. It doesn't seem like it's being too big a production or they're using too many cameras, so. Everybody just looks bored over on that side. And one of them looks hungry. Chris, Matt. I don't think people realize how long it takes to set something like this up.
Can we get quiet on set? We're quiet on set, we're rolling. Quiet.
Can't wait to see when this actually comes out. Alright guys, there's some of the stuff for the upcoming, what seems to be slow-mo. But I'm going to head on over now to the RVB panel. They should be showing new episodes of Red vs. Blue. I'm excited. And we'll get an interview from Skylar and Pat, who should be taking part into the slow-mo guys thing later. So we'll have more for you then.
Don't give me a microphone, I was fun. Anyway, all right, we're going to begin to fill in. We're going to kind of do, getting you all to the last two panels yesterday, either 343 or slow-mo guys. Yeah. All right, for the 6 of you who did that, you know what to do. The rest of you, we're going to kind of do free seat. Follow kind of the person ahead of you. We're going to let you pick your own chairs. Do your best to fill in all the way and not leave any spaces between you. Do not sit in any chair that has tape on it, be it yellow or blue, or green if you can't tell the difference between yellow and green. Neon, green, yellow, Anyway.
Guys, you can sit anywhere you'd like to sit except for anywhere that has tape on it. But if you sit in an aisle, please don't leave any empty seats. Everybody just comes together.
Say to like your grandparents, you go, where's your
Sorry, I was going blind there.
This is not the mic that the guy was licking in the H panel, is it? I hope. Thank God. It's not. I'll give this one to Joel. Let me switch. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming out at 9:30 on a goddamn Sunday to the Red vs. Blue panel. I'm gonna fast forward a bunch here because I don't want to take up too much time with this. We produced 5 seasons of Red vs. Blue. We call that the first run, basically the Blood Gold series. And then we lived in a lot of different places. The office has moved around quite a bit. We seem to outgrow every space that we've been in about 10 months. And this latest building is no exception. I think you guys are helping us outgrow this convention center. It's awesome. Thank you for showing up. This year's been fantastic. Incredible video online called Haloid, which was Samus from Metroid fighting Master Chief from Halo. The animator of that was a gentleman by the name of Mr. Monty Ohm. We had about 5 phone calls with Monty where we tried to hire him. He still says to this day he didn't realize we were trying to hire him. We were just trying to move him to Austin and give him money, apparently.
No, I thought you were just being cool and say what's up.
We're not cool, Monty. And then Monty went to work in video games for a couple years.
Yep, Midway and then Namco.
And then Monty and I were on a panel at Comic-Con of all things.
Right, I remember that. We got invited to talk at a panel, and I wasn't gonna go. I didn't even know what Comic-Con was at the time. I saw in the email that your name was on it. You saw in the email that my name was on it. And that was it. I was like, well, I gotta go.
Bromance. I like that he didn't know what Comic-Con was, but he knew who I was. That's pretty high up on the radar. And then we said, Monty, we'd love to work with you, and he had been through 2 cycles of video game development, and was like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Working on something independent and cool sounds fun. He came in, breathed whole new life into the series in season 8 with his animation. Was on Red vs. Blue from season 8 to season 10, and now has started Ruby. And there's an enormous Ruby cosplayer walking around the background I just saw. So
I love you.
Yeah. So Monty's been obviously breathed new life in this series, giving it a whole new audience of people who have come to know and love Red vs. Blue, and very excited about him starting his new show, Ruby. Can't wait to see it. Season 10, and Miles was a rare thing at Rooster Teeth. Miles was someone who could come in and understood the voice of Red vs. Blue, the original Blood Gulch characters, which I think the relationship between those characters is the heart and soul of the show. And Miles, coming in from the outside, was a big fan of the series, was able to write to those characters, and I'm very happy to announce, we've never announced this anywhere else before, that Miles Luna is the writer and director of Red vs. Blue Season 11. Thank you, Miles.
Do you have to look like you to work on it?
You made this joke.
Anybody who looks like them, you've got a shot.
That's what I do. I like to write characters for myself and then hire people who look just like me. That's really a great experience to go, wow, he looks like a really young, healthy version of you, Bernie. It's,
No, that's healthy.
I love hearing that all the time. Yeah, look, Miles, it was really great. Miles took over some of the writing for the additional scenes of season 10. The big thing that he wrote was the York, Carolina backstory.
Episode 12.
The diaries that were alive.
That was a thing. That's probably the thing I'm most proud of at the company so far is because, one, I didn't think anyone would like it. Like I presented the script to you guys and I was like, yeah, so there's not a ton of laughs in this one. It's a pretty dramatic episode, so feel free to shoot it down immediately. But they read it, they thought it was good. We wanted to kind of humanize Carolina at that point in the story because in the past, you know, we saw her struggling with Agent Tex and all that stuff. By the way, Carolina, Jim Brown is right over there. As well as you, Mary. So yeah, at that point in the story, all of present-day Carolina, kind of a bitch. She was really, really mean. And we were just like, we need to show why she's so aggressive, why she's so cold-hearted, and we realized, well, why don't we show everything terrible that happened to her and everybody that she loved? That sounds like a funny episode.
You know how that scene started? I looked at it from an effects side even. I was just like, we have the Halo 2 map, but we can somehow get a Halo 3 character. And I said, I don't know. I remember like just the vague idea of Carolina should do something. She should go to where York died. That's all I said, and then you took it from there.
I was like, that sounds like a wonderful idea. So we got a copy of Halo 2 PC. I hung around Carrie's desk all the time and was doing machinima and that. And then every church Carolina shot in that episode went through After Effects. We can't do a green screen for Carolina because she's green-ish, aqua, lightish blue, whatever. So we went to Epitaph, which is the outside of it is just like a barren brown desert wasteland. So we found out that like a dark brown worked great as a green screen for her. We counted her into every one of those shots. Brian and Carrie and Gray helped out a ton with that. And that one episode took like weeks to do. And then it turned out being like 12 minutes long or something ridiculous. And when we aired the episode, I was with my girlfriend Erin at IKEA. We were getting ready to move to our new apartment. And I just kept refreshing the comments on the website. I was like, they're gonna hate it, they're gonna hate it, they're gonna hate it. And then someone just, like the first comment was, so many feels!
Miles is a very confident person.
I just imagine sitting on a couch display at IKEA like, God damn it, please.
I had a plate of Swedish meatballs in front of me, just like, come on.
I like to also do, everyone has an internet voice. Whenever they talk about comments on the internet, they all have a voice they use. Michael's is probably my favorite. It goes, ja. It sounds just like Jack. Yeah, Michael imitates Jack, and yours sounds like Professor Frink from The Simpsons. Yeah. There you go. I think probably Miles has some stuff to show, but why don't we take some questions first? We got some mics, and when that gets super weird and awkward, we'll go show some stuff instead. How about we'll start over here, because you guys look like you know what you're doing.
I have a quick question about the history of Red vs. Blue.
Oh, after that introduction? Really? Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay, when you made the first episode, how far did you plan in the future? Like when Church died, did you know that he was an AI?
Spoilers.
Or
Spoilers, dude.
or did you plan that far ahead, or like how far did you have it in your head?
I get the question a lot. I did not write 10 years of content one weekend before I started. I freely admit that. And so we started layering some things in, and we've always approached Red vs. Blue much.
I'm here.
Hey, Kathleen's here. Hey.
RTX always makes a late entrance to a season anyway, so. Very dramatic.
I'm not looking pretty, but you know, hey, it doesn't matter, right? You always look pretty. I love it. So how many of you guys were in the balloon fight? Anybody? Yeah, that was good. Sorry.
Hey, you're waiting up here for that. That's awesome.
I did not bring balloons.
Is that Kyle?
There we go. Kyle, bring
Kyle's
it.
the assistant director of the season.
Get on up here.
He had to put a shirt on.
What a shame.
And Matt, who plays Sarge, should be joining us in a minute. He's probably wrapping up.
He's wrapping up. He said he might not be able to, but he does.
Also, he can't run. These two made him up here, I'm sure. So I totally lost the question, but we didn't plan out 10 years. We always approach Red vs. Blue like it was very different. The first thing about that is that it's extraordinarily serial, and TV does not want serial content. Since we started Red vs. Blue, there's been some things that were serial, has made a comeback, like Lost, where you have to watch previous episodes to understand what you're watching. Hollywood in general hates that. I mean, they hate any kind of serial content. The other thing that we decided to do very early on was layer in jokes that might not get paid off for 3 or 4 or 5 years sometimes. And we had several of those along the way. I mean, Yomeri's character, Sheila/Phyllis, I mean, the Phyllis bit is like probably 6 years in the making, just like who Phyllis is and where she comes from. And that was a gag from season 3. So, no, didn't plan everything note by note, but did lay in some hooks where we could come back to earlier seasons later on.
If you think about that now, where we just started Ruby, right? And I have some ideas for like later, but we don't have it all planned out. So if we ever make it that far, people are gonna ask that same question.
We got some ideas.
We got some ideas.
We talk about. Never mind about
I think stuff like that is fun. Like somebody just revealed, or somebody found out they were playing Halo ODST, and there's a poster for Destiny on the wall in Halo ODST, which is kind of funny that Bungie was layering that in that far back. How about over here?
Sorry, it's so awesome being here, so I kind of forgot my question, but what was your guys' most favorite line to record and least favorite?
My most favorite line to record was and my most favorite was
I feel like it's going to be Gavin's ringtone on Monday. Over and over again. Joel loves to ad-lib, and he's fantastic at it. But there was a point in time where I was like, Joel, will you please at least just read it the way it is on the page at least one time? Just because we have to tell a story here. My favorite ad-lib of all time was that Joel's line was yes, and he ad-libbed no.
that changed all of season 7.
So, if I'm remembering correctly, it's been a while. I mean, the Wash catchphrase is the worst throw ever of all time. And we knew we wanted to make it a joke, and I don't think the of all time was appended in the original script. And so we were just kind of riffing, and Bernie was like, hey, just ad-lib a little bit. And it was just the pause. And I was just of all time, and Bernie laughing. I was like, "Oh, I think we got something." He's like, "Do that again." So we took it a couple of times, and I'm pretty sure that the little beat at the end of that line was an ad lib, and then it's turned into this crazy catchphrase.
It's so much fun in the booth with the voice actors because the evolution of the characters, so much of that has happened in the booth. Or de-evolution, Joel just said, yeah. It's like Caboose getting stupider and catatonic sometimes. And then Sarge getting more like Kentucky Fried or whatever he is. It's like a lot of that stuff just doesn't happen on the page. It happens in the booth.
Every time you listen to Sarge, you gain 10 calories.
I remember, I think it was season 8 or 9, and we were doing recording in the booth, and I said to Bernie, I think that text would say the F word here. And Bernie's like, oh, he goes, really? You with all your good deeds, I didn't think you'd want to say that word. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's text. So, but anyways, one of my favorites is basically Buenos Dias cockbites.
My least favorite, Matt's not here, so I'm going to bust him a little bit. At the end of season 9, I think
we were ready to go script-wise because there was a lot of animation, so it was ready to go. I had like 6 episodes that I recorded in one day, and Matt was was recording that day, and I did like a good hour and a half in the booth, including Washington's jump off of the tower and yelling, like just a lot of yelling. And that's what we end with, is yelling, because it kind of wrecks your voice. And we get done, and Matt goes to save, and we lost an hour and a half of work. It just vanished into the ether. And there was some comedy gold in there that probably would have also been a catchphrase, and then I couldn't remember it, so we did it again, and Wash sucks for the second half of season 9.
That's like the hypothetical answer. That would have been a great line for you guys.
All right, you guys missed it, but Matt jerked it up.
I think the worst line for me was the first time Tex died. Blarg!
Actually, Kathleen being an action character, we have about 2 hours of Kathleen making action noises, which gets a little creepy after the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, now punch. It's like, if she ever crosses me, I'm totally releasing that online.
I always wondered why they made me go on for 2 hours. I never used the sounds.
Yeah, over here.
You hear me? Okay, good. Thank you. This is actually not a question, it is a thank you for everybody in my squadron, in my unit, and all of the troops that I supervise. I play Red vs. Boom in the hangar and in the squadron, and it's come to the point that I have pilots coming back from missions and they're screaming at each other after a sortie saying, "You team killing fucktard! God damn it, you shot me down!" I mean, you have made such an influence in everything that I work for and I do for this country, and I want to thank you personally for that.
Thank you very much.
What you do is a little more important than what we do.
Thank you for your service and your guys.
So thank you.
Thank you so much.
The only person with any military experience in the company is Jeff, and his military experience, they will not write stories about that. And so it's funny because we always get asked by people in the military, did you guys serve? It's like, no, we just understand bureaucracy. It's like, it's really, they're in the military, but there's really bureaucracy stories and the horrible thing about dealing with people on a authoritarian basis.
My dad was in the Army, and my little brother was a Marine, and my older brother was, my older brother was sent to Valley Forge Military Academy?
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know that that's the military, but anyway, so my whole house was structured like the military, so I understand all that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I'm in the Sinestro Corps, so.
Oh, that's right. My favorite thing, whenever anyone from the military comes, they tell stories like yours, and one thing they say that always scares the shit out of me is that they say, we've named all the people in our platoon or our troop after characters from First Blue. We all take nicknames, like my buddy Sarge, got a buddy Church. The guy that they named Caboose always runs the biggest fucking piece of equipment. My buddy Caboose.
Yeah, he's in charge of the uranium-enriched artillery rounds.
He was in charge of long-range artillery. I was like, dude, I need to sleep at night. Do not tell me. But thank you for your service. Okay, thank you.
I'd be scared if I got the nickname Church. His track record. Terrifying. It's like getting a red shirt in Star Trek.
Yeah, Miles, you can call it whatever you need to, but...
I call it. Let's go do another question before we do the video.
Hey guys, I know it's 10 in the morning, this is a little unorthodox, but I got a bottle of Republic tequila here, and I was wondering if I could trade you for your autographs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
sure.
that's a yes.
We're really shitty negotiators, by the way. Okay, what? Yeah, come on up.
Whatever results in us getting the bottle of alcohol.
Damn, I should have brought that.
Thank you.
Where's the shot glasses?
This is like us winning a Grammy.
He's like, no, don't show the book. It's like, No. Oh, you stole this from your hotel?
It's a souvenir.
Sir, this is being live streamed. I just want you to. Well, thank you very much for the Republic Tequila, former sponsor of the Rooster Teeth podcast, which panel will be later today.
That's gonna be good. So, do you guys want to see tomorrow's episode of Red vs. Blue?
Sorry guys, no spoilers.
And I hope you guys enjoyed it. So, robot building kit. That's kind of an interesting thing to have aboard a ship.
How convenient.
How strangely convenient.
I love watching, whenever we have a new episode of Red vs. Blue, especially with an audience, we so rarely get to see it with an audience, you know, and I'm sure your experience is much the same way. So you watch it at home and, you know, everybody says laugh out loud, but nobody ever laughs out loud, really. But it's so fun to see with an audience, and that's why when we go to conventions and sometimes we show the entire season in one go. It's just such a blast to do. We did that with season 9 at the Alamo and everything else. So glad you guys like it. It was good.
We're gonna have a panel. There's no panel on the commercial. Matt, you can answer this question. The question
Once again, I'm upstage Joel.
It's not hard.
Hey, sorry I'm late, guys. Thanks for having me. If I look a little bit disheveled, you should see Gav.
The awesome thing is Matt left at the exact same time that Kathleen did.
Yes, that's right. But you know what happened? Kathleen was being recorded with a normal camera. I was being recorded in slow motion. That's why I just arrived.
You have so many grown
time-space differential thing. It's physics. Just don't worry about it.
I was walking along the floor and saw this. Pretty trippy. It's like the old Virtual Boy, but I'm assuming better.